Good morning, bears and parents of bears. Today, we've got a special lesson today. It's a student-led conferences. Student-led conferences. We usually do this in the classroom. It's a great experience. You come in, you look at your students' work, you go through their three classes. Obviously, in this Zoom environment, there's a lot more involvement by parents, which is critical, and we thank you for that because without you, the students have a lot harder time to get work done. So it's very important that weekly, not just at student-led conferences, that you're taking a look at their work, checking their work at least once a week and just saying, hey, what'd you learn today? What are you doing in math? Show me your best work. Show me what you're struggling on. So that should be a weekly thing. So this little model here can work as an example of what you can do in a quick way each week. For example, in my class, we work on slideshows. Let's go take a look at those. And first let's jump to groups. Here in groups is where you can find everything. And I'd like to tell you guys as parents that if you have not signed up for groups yet, the code is right here, FW78RW94VBXWN. There's your access code. You can use that access code by going to groups, clicking over here at my groups, clicking here for join group, and enter that code that I just gave you, and I will list today in text. For my class, just as a quick brief overview, this has all been covered earlier in the year. There's videos and there's tech support. When you come to groups, the basics of each day are always there in text form to read, and I make it as brief as possible. There's always a video lesson that your students can go over if they miss Zoom, get kicked out of Zoom, have tech issues, or just need to repeat the lesson. And I teach the kids how to scroll and scrub or zoom through the lesson to get the parts they need and then to start and stop. The information or links to websites are always there. So this was Wednesdays. As soon as I'm done with this video, I will post Thursdays. And what Thursdays will say, because today's the lesson, is we are basically wrapping up the week. So almost everything you need to do is along this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because of this bonus activity today, our slideshow, we will just catch up because I want you guys to do student-led conference with the slideshow that I provided. And I will show you that now. Okay, so when you're in groups, I always teach the kids how to open another tab. That's very important because then you can go back and forth while you're working, while you're Zooming, etc. So one of the goals in my class is to develop technological skills, 21st century skills as we go. So we already have groups up here. So what we want here is our courses. And I'm just giving a quick overview in case parents, this is your first time taking a look at a video. Hopefully you're watching this together with your student if you're not in Zoom with your student today. And so we have a science class and we have a world history class. This week, we're in a world history class, so that's where you would find the assignment for this week. But I have placed today's student-led conferences slideshow in the science class. So we open to science, and as long as this assignment is active, it can be found here. And we will open that in a second. But one thing I want you to do, kids, is show your parents how you look at your grades. Now, parents, remember there is a parent portal which looks different than this, and I do not have access to that. So I don't know what that looks like. I know what teacher portal looks like, and I know what student looks like because we can view course as a student. We're going to come down here to Angela. Let's see, Matthew. Let's look for somebody. All these people do excellent. Let's take a look at Emma's. Emma, I know, has done excellent work and done all her work, so thank you, Emma, for letting me use yours. So this is what a student's looks like. Notice, here's the project, student-led conferences. Authentic assessment report card grade is exactly what it sounds like. This is when we look at the work, we see authentically what the child's level is. This is not really about grades, although that's just a system that has been in place for years. It's really about your child developing skills and knowing the content and developing that. And we can check that authentically by looking at their work. But if you ever want to know, you don't need to wait for a report card grade. What grade is my child going to get? If you click this, you will see it. This will change weekly. Right now, this is an active assignment. Well, what happens if you your student, you see something they have not turned in. Well, you need to go back into these folders to find those. So notice week 7, Science Week project. If we click this ad campaign is what we did last week. That is how you would go find that to turn that in. And it's some students are still not submitting their work. And so this, for you students, remember, this is how you find your work. Let's go back. So let's go to our student-led conferences today. And this is what we really want to focus on today and tomorrow. This should not take more than 15 minutes, maybe 20. So the rest of today and tomorrow, kids, I want you working on our history slideshow. A-level students, everything will be spelled out for you in groups via text, and I will also look at a slide after this. Add pictures, get your slideshow looking presented. 2 CERs, which are the CER on religion, the CER on weapons and war, with 2 different slides on the 5 evidences, all spelled out in Wednesday's lesson and Tuesday's lesson. And for A-level students, on top of that, 1 more CER of your favorite slide. So go down, find your favorite topic, Nebuchadnezzar, Sargon the Great, astronomers, whatever one of those slides you find most interesting, do 1 more CER and complete this that we're working on now, and you will have your A for the week. I will write this out in the groups. So let's take a look at our slideshow today. Oh boy, this is a glitch. We'll have to go check that. We'll go check that right now. Okay, parents and teachers, here we are. This is similar to what we do in history and science each week. We build slideshows. Now the difference is our students, your child actually creates slideshows. I'm a big believer in creation. So this is a slideshow that we will walk through and you guys will use to guide you through your LBMS student-led conferences. And this is a school-wide slideshow given to us by the district, and I will give some tidbits along the way for my specific classes, but this slideshow is for all 3 classes: math, English, social studies and science, both by me, elective, PE. So use this to just walk through. And remember, the main goal here is just for your student to walk you through. Why do they have an A? Why do they have a B? What's your best slideshow? For me, history and science, I want you to show your parents your favorite slide or slideshows and what you've been doing in class. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here we go. It's pretty basic. Just walk yourself through the slideshow. If you're in Zoom today, I'm happy to do this together in our Zoom classes, and you can be done. Basically, walk through. This is an opportunity to show your families what you have learned so far this school year. It is a time to celebrate growth and plan for progress. Schoology. As you talk through each class, have your Schoology open to show your families your grades and your completed work. I kind of gave you a little Schoology tutorial just now. English Language Arts. What's your current grade? So watch this, kids. This is your slideshow. You can edit it. So you go in here, you put an A. What am I most proud of so far? What is my goal moving forward? Then you go to your next slide. Math, same thing. History, that's me. Show them your best slideshow and how they work, please. For me, you can fill these out, but I love it for you to show your slideshows and what you're doing and what it takes to get an A, and show them groups and get your parents into groups, please. Science, what is my current grade? Same thing as history, because that's your same teacher, just a different slideshow. Physical education, same. Elective, same. Finally, this is the most important part. That should take you a few minutes to go through each one of those slides. Maybe this is a 30-minute activity. That's why I'm giving you my class tomorrow to get this done. Now, if your parents are not home, you need to do this at night, but that's homework. That's asynchronous time you're having to spend. So tomorrow, as long as you get this done, tomorrow's Zoom, I'm going to keep it 10 minutes. I'm going to say hi. We're going to do our song. I'm going to let you have a break so that you have time to get this done. This is an assignment for my class, so get it done. Now, this is important. Here's the link to your Google form. You're going to click this link. Now, I'm going to copy it, but I'm also going to click it. And once you come in here, very important, parents, we would love you to go through that full process. That could take 30, 40 minutes. It could take you 10 minutes if you really just want to go quickly. But please, 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 please get this form filled out. Name, last name, guardian's last name. Preferred contact. This it helps us so much if we have a current email for you. Now, if you'd like to talk to us more about your child's grades, please first do your research. Go look at my videos. Go to the very beginning of the school year and see our video that we did. It's under student-led conferences. We have a lot of information in there. So please, please, please go do your research, get your information. And if still you have a question, you may contact us at these emails. You can imagine with online learning how many interactions we deal with in a day with 100 students on Zoom and texting and everything else. So it would help us if you go do a little research, go find in the LBMS website, there's videos of how we run our class, where to find things. I did a tutorial on Schoology on there. So go do your research, and then if you still have a question, please feel free to reach out to us. Put this in. Preferred contact goes right here. Submit it, and guess what? You're done. Now, let's just go right back to groups where we started from. Where is this going to be? This link will be right here to also fill out, and I will guide the students through that today. Please fill out this form, and I'm putting a big, and I'm going to attach it. Everything I just said, I will put in text right here. I will also put a reminder for kids for Thursday and Friday activities, what they need to get done, and we could go take a look at that real quick while we're here. So just because it's my class and I get the privilege, remember this is an assignment in science for my class to complete this slideshow. This is a grade for you guys, so get it done. So what do you do when you want to go look at an assignment? You go to the course we're in that week. You go here if we're in the week. If you're going back, you need to go back to groups and find the assignment if you're trying to do and submit past work, which we're going to work on today. Open the slideshow. We see in progress. Nobody submitted it yet because it's not done. And let's just take a look at somebody's slideshow that's doing some good work. We hope. Let's take a look at Ethan. I think already has his work done. And this is what you would do, kids. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. This is my slideshow. Now, I think Ethan's parents are around, so they already know what he's doing. Let me show you what we're learning about this week. We're learning about history. One of the CERs we did, a CER is an essay, Mom or Dad. We did religion based on evidence. We got our evidence from an ancient text, a primary source. So here's where I got my evidence, and I used that to write a short essay. I also provided pictures. Now, I knew Ethan already had this, so I'm using his as an example. You guys that have 2 CERs done, you've got all your slides with your cited research. You can do a third CER of your favorite slide and add some fun pictures to these key CERs. And remember, top slide, best slide. So look at this. Now we have evidence for religion, and we have a CER for religion with pictures. Now, what Ethan will do next is he will pick any one of these slides that he created and say, I want to write an essay, a CER on that. So he's going to go, oh, I like Nebuchadnezzar. So now all he has to do, find some evidence. Nebuchadnezzar lived around 620 BC. He was the king of Babylon. He lived in castles like the one below. This picture here shows that his mythology shows that he at one point lived like an animal. It was very interesting learning about Nebuchadnezzar. So one CER, if you pick this one, you move it to the top and your slideshow's done. So parents, if you're watching, you just saw an A-level slideshow. You saw my directions. You saw how things get done. You now have a basis on what to look at for history. I'm not going to go into science right now. It's a little different. Have your child explain that because there's a lot of pre-information. History, your child creates all of it based on my direction. All right, good job, everybody. Let's get out of here. Good luck, student-led conferences. This is your project for Friday. Use Thursday or use Thursday night, use Friday night. Get the student-led conferences slide done, located in science, and you will be off and running. I'm going to show you one more time. Student-led conferences, open it, hit my document, sit down with your mom or dad, fill it out. Big important thing. click the link here or click the link in groups that I will put, and you will be off and running and get an A for the week in science. All right, guys, have fun. We'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend.